Listen, I hate walking into a store to get materials and having the clerk there ask me questions that I don't know the answer to. You happen to know how many board feet you need? You do have that in 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, and 8/4. Did you know which one of those? Did you want that rough sawn or S3S? All these things that if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, it's confusing. These terms explained, coming up. So first we're gonna talk about a board foot. So a board foot is a unit of measurement. It's unlike what you will find at a big box store. When you go into a big box store, you're going to get 2x4s, 2x6s. This is dimensional lumber. So it's dimensioned by 2x4 and it's a standard size. The other way that you'll buy things in those kinds of places is with a linear foot. And linear foot is going to be measured by the length of the board. So you're gonna pay per foot. A board foot is different. A board foot is a 12-inch by 12-inch by 1-inch thick piece. But to complicate it, a board foot can also be 18 inches by 8 inches by 1 inch thick, or any dimension that equals 144 cubic inches. See, a board foot is actually a measurement of volume and not length or linear inches. So it is the volume, length times width times height, of a piece of wood. So when we're looking at calculating board footage, you use a pretty simple formula. It's length times width times height, or thickness, all in inches, and then you divide that by 144. Why 144? Because 144 is 12 by 12 by 1. That's how you calculate board footage. So if I have a board that is 48 inches long by 6 3/4 inches wide by 1 inch thick, I'm gonna multiply those numbers, 48 times 6.75 times 1, and then I'm gonna divide that by 144. That is gonna give me 2.25 board feet. So that would be how many board feet are in that piece of wood. And then I would need to take that and multiply it times the price per board foot. So for instance, if it was walnut, we usually pay $10 per board foot for walnut. So a 2 1/4 chunk of walnut is gonna cost me $22.50. So then the next thing they're gonna throw at you is this 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, 8/4, 16/4. And what that is it's fractions for thickness. It's called the quartering system. And it comes from the lumber mills trying to standardize the thickness of boards. So 4/4, pronounced 4/4, is a 1 inch thick piece of wood. 5/4 is gonna be 1 1/4 inches, 6/4 1.5 inches, 8/4 is 2 inches thick, and 16/4 is gonna be 4 inches thick. And again, those are just standard measurements, so you just have to know when I see that it's 4/4, that means that it's 1 inch thick. But they're gonna throw a curveball at you here. That is the surfacing dimensions. So when you get something that is 4/4, that is a rough sawn dimension. And rough sawn basically means that it is coming from the mill. So it may still have the kerf marks on it. It's not gonna be perfectly flat. And usually it's cheaper, which is why a lot of people like to buy it, but you have to have a joiner and or a planer to be able to mill it. So if you find a board that says like walnut 4/4 S1S, that S1S means surfaced one side. So that top layer is gonna be surfaced flat and smooth. And the nice thing there is you're starting out with one edge flat, but it's gonna take some of the wood off. So even though it says 4/4, it's actually a 1/16 smaller, generally speaking. So it's gonna be 15/16 thick. S2S would be surfaced on two sides. So that's actually gonna take 1/8 inch off, 16th on the top, 16th off the bottom. So it's gonna be 7/8 thick. And then S3S, S4S, they're going to surface the edges. So they're gonna joint it. So your edges are gonna be nice and smooth and straight. And the nice thing there is you can run it on the table saw with no problem, but that's gonna take dimensions off of the width of your board. So you just need to be aware of that. So hopefully next time you roll into the specialty lumber store and you are looking for a specific board or a specific material and the clerk there starts spouting out, well, do you want that in 4/4, 5/4, 6/4, S3S, S2S, S4S? Do you want it? How many board feet do you want? Hopefully you'll have a basic understanding of that and you can get exactly what you need. Until next time, peace.